Well everyone, Apple Week is in full swing, and today they released a slew of new products from the Studio Display to the new XDR Studio Display, the new M5 MacBook Air, but this video is going to be all about the new M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBook Pros because not only did they release those new laptops, but those new chipsets are brand new as well. So without further ado, let's talk all things MacBook Pro and what this means, especially compared to the previous models. Let's get into it. But now before we continue, if you do enjoy videos like this one where we cover all things Apple in a timely manner, consider subscribing to the channel because they're a lot of work. It can be very helpful. But now let's talk about those M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. Alright, so let's first talk about what's actually new between these, because if you look at the MacBook Pros, the 14-inch and the 16-inch one, they look identical to its predecessor from a design standpoint. But of course, the new thing here is going to be the internal chips, and kind of to give you an umbrella fact between both the M5 Pro and the M5 Max, this is kind of what you need to take into consideration here. So we're going to have a new Fusion architecture, which is a dual die design, up to 18 core CPU, which is kind of unheard of, a neural accelerator in every single GPU core, which is absolutely insane because you can get up to 40 GPU cores on that M5 Max MacBook Pro. You have up to 4 times better AI performance compared to the M4 chip, which again, from a practical standpoint, like I mentioned in my MacBook Air video, we'll see exactly what that means, but on paper, 4x on year-to-year basis is still a great upgrade. It also has up to 2 times faster SSD speeds, up to 14.5 gigabytes per second speed, 1 terabyte starting storage on the M5 Pro, which is more than what we had last year, twice that amount, 2 terabyte starting storage on the M5 Max, which again, starting storage at 2 terabytes, that's an awesome thing to see, and both of these go up to 8 terabytes of internal storage. And then similar to the iPad Air and the MacBook Air, we have the N1 chip built in here, which gives us Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Thread support as well. And you also get Thunderbolt 5 across the board and up to 24 hours of battery life or playback time, which is, again, top in class for a computer or laptop that's this powerful, especially on the go. So now let's break down the actual chipsets themselves. The M5 Pro versus the M5 Max. What are you getting? What are the differences? What are you paying a premium for? So to start off with the M5 Pro, you're getting up to an 18-core CPU, you get 6 super cores, okay? You get 12 performance cores, which again is kind of like the high energy and low energy. They're just kind of changing the marketing terms for us a little bit. You get up to 30% faster CPU performance at its peak, up to 50% faster GPU performance, just compared to the previous year with the M4 Pro. So year over year, a 50% increase is something that I'll take any time of the day. You also get up to 64 gigabytes of unified memory on the M4 Pro MacBook Pro. The M4 Max has even more so, and then 307 gigabyte per second memory bandwidth, which is top in class with a chipset like this one. Now this M4 Pro chip is going to be great for developers, photographers, power users, people who edited 4K and even 6K video footage, and of course the M5 Max will be able to do the same thing. But now let's break down that M5 Max chip, because this is where it gets pretty juicy. Because again, you're getting the same Fusion architecture, but it's just scaled up that much more, up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory, 614 gigabyte memory bandwidth, so twice the amount of what I mentioned on the M5 Pro, up to 4 external displays, a huge AI throughput, which is exactly what Apple's been working on to make sure that these laptops can handle everything that you throw at them. But again, from a practicality standpoint, we need to see exactly what that all means. And then you're going to get huge gains in applications like DaVinci Resolve, Redshift, LLM workflows, as well as Topaz Video AI, which is what Apple's been touting and using as their testing ground. So Apple's really positioning these chips and these laptops as a huge AI kind of throughput in terms of what they want to do moving forward. They see that AI is a future. Again, Apple is kind of in this weird middle ground where we're still waiting to see exactly what they're doing from a consumer level, but from a developer level and a pro user level and prosumer level, it's kind of already there in terms of what the capabilities are with third-party applications and what the Mac can do with those third-party applications with this type of power from the CPU, the GPU, and all the RAM that's corresponding to the M5 Pro and the M5 Max. So compared to the M4, you're getting up to 4 times faster LLM prompts, and then if you compare it all the way to the M1, that's 8 times faster compared to that M1. So from a connectivity standpoint or an I/O standpoint, you are getting 2 Thunderbolt 5 ports, you're still getting the same SD card slot, the HDMI port is there, MagSafe is there, which gives you up to 140 watts of fast charging on the 16-inch version, and 96 watt fast charging on the 14-inch version. Like I said, the N1 chip does give you Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, better reliability, and lower latency. But now everything outside of that, from a design standpoint, the display tech and everything that comes with it has remained pretty much identical. You still have the same notch, the same center stage camera, the same mini LED display, the same 120 Hz display, same type of battery life giving you up to 24 hours. You have that 1600 nits of peak brightness for HDR, the 1000 nits for SDR, and you still have all the same audio perks. So you still have the studio quality mics, the 6-speaker system, and spatial audio support, which at this price point is a given. So now, again, talking about that price point, what does this look like? And again, Apple is increasing the prices across the board. Now their entry point to the M5 Pro MacBook Pro is $2,199, where previously it was right under $2,000, so it's a $200 increase for the M5 Pro MacBook Pro. But again, you're starting to kind of see what Apple's doing here, where they are increasing the minimum spend here, but they're also giving you more storage internally, which is going to be 1 terabyte. But, storage is a little bit inflationary because things get bigger and bigger in size. So 1 terabyte, that amount of storage isn't the same amount of storage that it was maybe 5-10 years ago, but it still is double the standard storage that we got before. So again, to each their own in terms of what you think is worth it and whether that price increase is justified. But that 16-inch M5 Pro MacBook Pro starts at $2,700, and then when you get to the M5 Max, you are spending $3,600 for the entry-level 14-inch one, and then $3,900 for the 16-inch M5 Max. Now these all have nano texture display options. You can go up to 8 terabytes, up to 128 gigs of unified memory, up to 40 GPU cores, and I think you can spend close to $7,500 on a fully loaded M5 Max MacBook Pro 16-inch version. These will all be available for pre-order tomorrow on March 4th and available in stores on March 11th, and of course the pre-orders start arriving on March 11th as well. So at the end of the day, should you upgrade? And this is going to be the one that for most people, unless you're in dire need of a new laptop, I'm going to say hold off, because rumor has it that towards the end of the year, in October, November, Apple will be releasing the M6 MacBook Pro, and that one's going to be a new redesign, both not only internally, but also externally from what it looks like and from a physical standpoint. Now, we're probably only going to get the regular M6 MacBook Pro, not the M6 Pro or M6 Max, so again, depends on what your situation is. If you really need an M5 Pro or an M5 Max chip, definitely jump on it now. This is going to be a great laptop for your needs and your use cases, but if you are holding off a little bit, if you have another 6 months of runway on your current laptop, my opinion is to wait and see what Apple does with their new MacBook Pro redesign, because supposedly it has a touchscreen coming, which is absolutely absurd. Myself and Jeff do talk about what an M6 MacBook Pro could look like moving forward in our 9 to 5 Mac Overtime podcast episode. Recommend checking that out, and I'll leave a link down below. But that is everything coming to that M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBook Pro. There's a lot to like here. Double the storage for the base, but increase in prices. The design kind of remains the same, but these things are going to be extremely powerful for the right person, and it's going to be a worthy upgrade. So let me know in the comment down below what you think. Is this something you're in the market for? Are you going to try to hold off for the new M6 MacBook Pro that's coming out towards the end of the year? Or are you just going to pick one up immediately because this is exactly what you've been waiting for and yearning for? But that'll do it, everybody. If you made it to the end, leave a little dolphin in the comments down below so I know you made it to the end. Check out our coverage on the M5 MacBook Air, as well as those studio displays, and let's see exactly what tomorrow brings with this new MacBook Project Neo, which supposedly is going to be that new low-cost MacBook. Leave some guesses down below of what that price is going to be. Peace, everybody.